Have you ever wondered why your brain sometimes works against you? From decision-making to emotional reactions, psychology influences every part of our lives, often without us realizing it. In today's video, we'll explore powerful psychological insights that can help you understand yourself and others better. So, if you love learning about the mind and human behavior, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into psychology. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. What's one psychological trick you've used in real life? Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, am I good enough? This question, which resonates with many of us, is at the root of self-esteem issues. Whether it's the burn of rejection, the fear of inadequacy, or the nagging voice of self-doubt, the struggle to feel confident and equal can be overwhelming. But what if I told you that self-esteem is less about becoming someone else and more about rediscovering who you already are? In today's world, where we are constantly bombarded with messages that we are not enough, it is easy to lose sight of our true worth. We are encouraged to compare ourselves to others, strive for unrealistic ideals, and seek validation from sources that ultimately make us feel emptier than before. However, self-esteem is not something that can be bought, earned, or obtained by checking off a checklist. It is an inner state, a recognition of your intrinsic worth as a human being. In this bookshot, we will explore the multifaceted nature of self-esteem, delving into its psychological roots, offering practical advice for everyday life, and drawing on the wisdom of experts and researchers. Understanding self-esteem, what it is and what it is not. To begin our journey, let us first clarify the meaning of self-esteem. In essence, self-esteem is your overall opinion of yourself, how you feel about your abilities, limitations, and worth. Nathaniel Branden, a pioneering psychologist in the field of self-esteem and author of the classic The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, defines self-esteem as the reputation we have of ourselves. It is the confidence we place in our minds and the confidence we have in our ability to cope with life's challenges. But self-esteem should not be confused with arrogance or narcissism. True self-esteem is a balanced and realistic assessment of oneself. It does not mean believing that you are better than others or that you are flawless. Instead, it is about accepting yourself as you are, strengths, weaknesses, and all, and recognizing that you have inherent worth, regardless of external achievements or the opinions of others. The foundation of self-esteem is laid early in life, shaped by experiences with parents, caregivers, teachers, and peers. Dr. Kristin Neff, a leading researcher on self-compassion, explains in her book, Self-Compassion, the proven power of being kind to yourself, that our self-esteem is strongly influenced by how we were treated as children. Were we loved unconditionally, or was love given to us only when we behaved well? Did we receive praise for who we were, or only for what we did? These early experiences create a template for how we see ourselves as adults. If we grew up in a supportive environment where we were encouraged and valued, we are more likely to develop healthy self-esteem. On the other hand, if we were criticized, neglected, or received conditional love, we may have problems with inadequacy or self-doubt. But there is good news. Regardless of your past, it is possible to rewire your self-perception. Our brains are remarkably adaptable, and with intentional effort, we can challenge and change the negative beliefs that hold us back. The self-esteem trap. Why high self-esteem is not always the goal to achieve. In a society that often equates high self-esteem with success, it is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that boosting one's self-esteem means inflating one's ego. But, as psychologist Carol Dweck points out in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, the quest for high self-esteem can sometimes lead us down the wrong path. Dweck's research on fixed and growth mindsets reveals that when we tie our self-esteem to our achievements, we become vulnerable to failure. If we succeed, we feel good about ourselves. If we fail, our self-esteem plummets. Instead of chasing high self-esteem, Dweck encourages us to adopt a growth mindset, in which we see ourselves as works in progress. In this mindset, failure is not a reflection of our worth, but an opportunity to learn and grow. This shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset can be transformative because it allows us to face challenges without fearing that our self-esteem will suffer. Now that we have explored the psychological basis of self-esteem, let's focus on practical strategies that can help you nurture a healthier sense of self-worth. 1. Practice self-compassion. One of the most effective ways to increase self-esteem is to practice self-compassion. Dr. Kristen Neff points out that self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. When you make a mistake, instead of blaming yourself, try talking to yourself with gentleness and encouragement. Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that failure is a natural part of the human experience. Neff's research shows that self-compassion is strongly linked to higher self-esteem, lower levels of anxiety and depression, and greater overall well-being. By cultivating self-compassion, you can break free from the cycle of self-criticism and begin to see yourself through a more loving and accepting lens. 2. Challenge negative self-talk. Our thoughts have a strong impact on our self-esteem. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, smart enough, or attractive enough, it is no wonder that your self-esteem suffers. The next time you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and ask yourself, is this thought really true? Is there evidence to support it, or am I jumping to conclusions? We often find that our negative thoughts are based on distorted perceptions rather than reality. By challenging these thoughts, we can begin to change our mindset and build a more positive self-image. 3. Set and achieve small goals. Building self-esteem is not about making drastic changes overnight. It is about setting realistic goals and taking small, consistent steps to achieve them. When you set and achieve even small goals, you reinforce the belief that you are capable and competent. This sense of accomplishment can do wonders for your self-esteem. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, emphasizes the power of small, incremental changes. Clear argues that it is not the magnitude of your accomplishments that matters most, but the persistence with which you pursue them. By focusing on improving just 1% each day, you can create lasting change in your life and build a foundation of self-confidence. 4. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people we spend time with can have a significant impact on our self-esteem. If you are surrounded by people who are constantly critical, dismissive, or negative, your sense of self-worth is likely to decline. On the other hand, having people around you who support, encourage, and are positive can lift you up and strengthen your self-esteem. In her book Daring Greatly, Dr. Brene Brown emphasizes the importance of connection in fostering self-esteem. Brown's research shows that we thrive when we are part of a community that appreciates and respects us. To boost your self-esteem, seek relationships that are nurturing and affirming. Move away from people who bring you down and invest in relationships that inspire and strengthen you. 5. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a simple but powerful tool for improving self-esteem. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our attention from what we lack to what we already have. This shift in perspective can help us recognize our strengths, achievements, and positive aspects of our lives. Research by Dr. Robert Emmons, a leading gratitude expert, shows that practicing gratitude regularly can lead to greater happiness, improved health, and higher self-esteem. Start a daily gratitude journal in which you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. Over time, you will find that this practice not only improves your mood, but also reinforces a positive self-image. Myths about self-esteem, debunking common misconceptions. As we walk the path to healthier self-esteem, it is essential to dispel some common myths that can lead us astray. Myth number 1. Self-esteem is based on external success. Many people believe that self-esteem is linked to external achievements, professional success, wealth, physical appearance, or social status. While these factors can certainly influence our perception of ourselves, they are not the basis of true self-esteem. As Dr. Nathaniel Branden points out, true self-esteem comes from within. It is about valuing yourself for who you are, not what you have or what you have achieved. Myth number 2. Having high self-esteem means being perfect. Myth number 2. Having high self-esteem means being perfect. Another misconception is that having high self-esteem means being perfect or never making mistakes. In reality, perfectionism is often a sign of low self-esteem because it stems from the fear of not being good enough. True self-esteem allows for imperfection. It is about accepting one's flaws, learning from one's mistakes, and recognizing that one is worthy of love and respect, even when one does not measure up. Myth number 3. Self-esteem is fixed. Some people believe that self-esteem is a fixed trait. You are either born with it or you are not. However, research in psychology shows that self-esteem is malleable. With commitment and practice, you can strengthen your self-esteem over time. It is a journey, not a destination, and it is never too late to start. The role of self-care in building self-esteem. Self-care is a key component of self-esteem. When you take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, you send a powerful message to yourself. You are worthy of love and attention. Self-care is not selfish. It is essential to maintaining a healthy self-image. Prioritize your physical health. Your physical health has a direct impact on your perception of yourself. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and proper hydration can help improve your mood and self-esteem. When you treat your body well, you reinforce the belief that you deserve to feel good. Engage in activities you enjoy. Doing things you enjoy is a powerful way to boost your self-esteem. Whether it's a hobby, a creative activity, or simply spending time in nature, engaging in activities that bring you joy can help you reconnect with your authentic self. It reminds you that your happiness is important and that you have the power to create positive experiences in your life. Set limits. Setting limits is an essential aspect of self-care. When you set healthy boundaries, you protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. It is a way to affirm your needs and ensure that you are not being taken advantage of. By setting limits, you show that you have respect for yourself, which in turn boosts your self-esteem. The power of affirmations and visualization. Affirmations and visualization are powerful tools for reshaping your self-image and boosting your self-esteem. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly, while visualization involves imagining yourself achieving your goals and feeling confident. Create and use affirmations. Affirmations can help you reprogram your mind so that it focuses on your strengths and potential rather than your flaws. For example, instead of saying, "I am not good enough," try affirming, "I am worthy of love and respect." The key is to use affirmations that resonate with you and repeat them consistently, especially in times of doubt. Visualize your success. Visualization is a technique used by top athletes, artists, and successful people to improve their confidence and performance. By visualizing yourself succeeding in a situation, you can build a mental model for success in real life. When practiced regularly, visualization can help you face challenges with greater confidence and self-assurance. Embracing vulnerability, the road to true self-esteem. One of the most important steps in building self-esteem is to embrace vulnerability. Dr. Brenen Brown, a renowned scholar of vulnerability and shame, argues in her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a gateway to connection, authenticity, and self-esteem. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to authentic relationships and experiences that can enrich our lives. Brown's research shows that people who embrace vulnerability are more likely to have a strong sense of belonging and self-acceptance. They understand that vulnerability is part of being human and do not let fear of rejection or failure hold them back. By embracing your vulnerabilities, you can build deeper connections with others and, most importantly, with yourself. In conclusion, as we conclude this exploration of self-esteem, I invite you to reflect on your journey. Consider where you are now and where you would like to be. Remember that self-esteem is not something you have to achieve or acquire. It is something you discover within yourself. It is about recognizing your intrinsic worth, regardless of external validation, and treating yourself with the compassion, kindness, and respect you deserve. So the next time you ask yourself, "Am I good enough?" stop and remind yourself that you are. You have always been enough, just the way you are. The journey to self-esteem is about removing the layers of doubts, fears, and insecurities that obscure your true self, so you can finally see and embrace the person you were always meant to be. As Dr. Brenen Brown says, owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing we will ever do. The time has come to own your story, honor your worth, and step into the fullness of who you are. Your self-worth is not a destination, but a journey that you are more than capable of traveling with grace, courage, and unwavering self-love. Understanding psychology is like having a secret superpower. It helps you make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and even improve your own mindset. If today's video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like this video to let us know you enjoyed it. And if you want more fascinating insights like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Most importantly, join our community absolutely for free to get more information on this topic. We have plenty more mind-blowing discussions coming your way. Want more? We've got you covered. Click the link below and get even deeper insights. No cost, just value.